Hey, everybody. Welcome to HIT.OR.DIE podcast with your hosts, Jake Saldati and Chad Rothford. Here on a glorious Thursday afternoon.
Beautiful
May 13th.
Thursday afternoon.
Which you guys play a game tonight against Bullard.
The Bullard Knights.
Which Tom Donald will probably get his 500th win tonight.
Probably not.
Well, probably. But
we'll see who shows up tonight. We'll see which team. You'll know tomorrow, or when this comes out. You'll know today. We'll say. Please go follow the podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, subscribe here on YouTube. And again, Spotify, iTunes, and Spreaker. And most importantly, sharing. If you can share it, again, to some new listeners or people that you think would be interested in listening to some baseball talk, local Valley stuff, high school JUCO, MLB, the dogs. Please share it with whoever you can, and go follow and subscribe on iTunes and Spotify. We really appreciate it. And the support is just, it's been great, man. It's not slowing down, and it keeps growing, and we love it, man. It's fun. I love
as it should.
I love that everybody stayed with us through, the pandemic and, and us coaching and not being able to put out as much content. Everybody's kind of stayed with us, and we really thank you for that. You had a little scare last week, my bud.
I pretty much died.
Had me worried. I got a phone call at like 3:00 from Mr. Bertoncini, coach down at Madera South, and his son plays on Fresno City squad. And he's like, "Hey, Jake, Roth just like collapsed or passed out." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah. It was hot down in Taft. It was like 98 degrees down there on last Wednesday. And I normally have my jug with me. You guys always see it on the show if you guys watch. I normally have my jug with, which I had my jug, but I was saving it to wait till I got there. And so I didn't drink any water, in the morning. I had a protein shake in the morning, and then I had an ice, which is just a carbonated flavored drink. And I was kind of feeling a little down in energy. So I got a bang when we stopped at the gas station. I haven't had a bang, in a long time. So I got the bang, and I'm feeling okay. We get to the park, we hit in the cages. I take in and out. I hit it, everything's fine. And then the bottom of the first, my stomach starts hurting like I'm, going to throw up or something. And I'm like, I'm just probably hungry. I haven't eaten. And then I go chart for the top of the second. And I start getting blurry, like on pitch number 2. And like, I can't even, write the square. And then I go to walk to go sit down, because I start getting that throw up, in your mouth. And I go to sit down, and I just remember, I remember walking into the dugout, and then I remember coming to when I'm sitting on the ground, and one of my shoes is off, and I'm like, the guys are like, "Roth, you okay? You okay?" And, me, I just, yeah, I'm good. I get up, and the trainer ran over. The trainer's awesome, by the way, Bruce at Taft. Appreciate everything you did. Got me, sat me on the bench. They put a cold towel over me, and then I wake up on the ground. So I blacked out twice in about 2 minutes. I wake up on the ground on my side. My teeth are killing me. My ankle's hurting. Like, I have no idea what the frick happened. And the guy's like, "Oh, you passed out again and had a seizure." He's on the phone with the ambulance. I'm on my side. I'm trying to get up. Like, I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want the ambulance. Don't call the ambulance. And he's like, "Nope." Like,
at that point, that's.
Yeah. So anyways, I went in the ambulance. I get in the ambulance, and my phone gets handed to me. Underwood texted me already. You called me. I haven't even talked to my wife yet. Like, you guys already knew what was going on. And then I took a liter of fluid in the ambulance. They drove me 40 minutes to Bakersfield, took another bag and a half of fluid. Finally got ready to go home around 8 or 9, I guess. And the bus stuck around, luckily, but yeah, it was bad. It was a scary situation. The good thing is all my blood, chest x-rays, everything came back great. It was just really bad dehydration, which is crazy for the amount of games and hot weather I've been in my life.
You're getting older, my friend.
I'm getting older. Plus I'm doing the keto diet. So I'm eating carbs.
You got to eat something. So, you got to, it's not just bangs.
No, I know. Yeah. I probably won't ever have another bang, but I appreciate you and, everybody out there that cared, and Bertoncini, a lot of the players, hit me up and It was a scary moment.
Well, and you got one of the players went with you in the ambulance, right?
No, not in the ambulance. They drove.
Okay.
Marcelo Saldana and Robbie Stevenson drove, and then Marcelo stayed in the room with me until I needed him to hold my penis to pee in a cup, and then they took off. So, no, I'm just kidding. They took off to eat with the team, but I hadn't peed yet. They were waiting for me to pee because I was so dehydrated, So I told them, I said, "Is it your turn or is it Robbie's turn?" So, but no, I was just messing with them. They went and had dinner and then came back and got me. So.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. I was worried, man.
I was too.
And it lingered, right? You didn't even feel better till really Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon. And then I'm not. And then when you're at the game and it's hot now, it's like I get like flashbacks of like paranoia.
I'm sure everybody's watching. Keeping their eye on Raw.
No, yeah, the trainer's like, "Hey, you Roth, you good? You good? You feeling it? Yeah, I got my jug. I'm good." So.
And then you had also last week, Bakersfield College coach Tim Payton gets 600th win. Congrats to him. I know he's a longtime Bulldog guy, and
yeah, he was a teammate of my dad's.
Gonna do the podcast as soon as we can get through the rest of this season, and everybody's got a little more time. But wanted to say congratulations to him and staying with you guys. You guys would have 8 games left.
8 games left.
And you guys are currently sitting at 9-7 in the conference, 11-7 overall.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, looking at COS, who's leading the way at 13-3, they kind of control their own destiny. It's not over, but you guys got to win some games. And I think you have COS tomorrow.
COS tomorrow, which will probably be today when this comes out. Doubleheader at noon at COS. Which are must-win games.
Yeah,
we have to win.
They're must-wins, and technically,
we have to win out.
You have to win.
We do.
So
we really do. If you think about it, we can't have another loss because we got COS, and then we have Merced, Taft, and then we have Syracuse again, and then we end with Reedley. So we do have to win out. We really do to have a shot and hope.
And you guys are right there at 9-7 with Reedley. So yesterday's series was big.
Yeah, and we split. That we needed that too, and baseball's baseball.
Yeah.
So, but we got them 2 more times. So.
Yeah, and then I think they still play Reedley, and they still have to go play the games as well. So it's not over. It's definitely an uphill battle, but I think Merced's in the position of where they were like 2 games under 5. They got to win out too.
They have to. Pretty much everybody does except COS.
Yeah, I would say realistically. You and Reedley have the only shots being about 4 games back. So
yeah,
with 8 to play, you never know what can happen. God forbid, but injuries, stuff like that can go down. So
it happens.
Keep your eyes out there on the JUCO scene. And then in high school baseball, I saw last week you had Buchanan, Bullard, Liberty, and San Joaquin Memorial all make it into, I believe it was Cal High's top 25. I saw, I think PBR had Buchanan number 1, and I want to say Memorial was in the top 10. So it's always good to see local teams getting the rankings. I don't know how important that stuff is anymore, or how true it is, because we don't know. Talking to people from around here that get to see, Labby being a guy that travels up and down. He's praised a lot of other programs in the southern section, the northern section.
I
love it that it's
even up north in Sacramento and those areas. You have, Bishop Midi or what is it? Archbishop Midi. Yeah.
De La Salle's got some
De La Salle, Jesuit. All those dudes have arms, and arms that we don't see here in the Valley, even though we have great baseball. A lot of those guys up there in the 90s. So that'd be tough to, as good as Buchanan is in their lineup.
And that's the only one I'm saying that because nobody's seen everybody.
No.
So to put a state ranking together, I like that there's an attempt, but how true is it?
But also how tough is that too, to put your name on that?
Yeah.
It's like what Pags gets so much shit for doing rankings and stuff, but nobody else is doing it.
No.
There are now, but you know what I mean? Like, it's tough to put your name on something, and you're always going to have people say no, and you're always going to have people say yes. So the rankings matter, but do they? No.
Buchanan is I mean, there's no question about it. They're definitely a top team. You know, I saw Boulder for the first time on Tuesday, and to be honest, man, I that's a good ball club. I'd only heard stuff and, you know, heard guys' names, but to get to see them play, which I'll bring up something about them specifically that I really, you know, that I hadn't seen other than maybe a Buchanan's lineup. Dude, but they're deep on the mound. You know, we saw Cunnings, who good velo, spotted up really well. He wasn't super consistent with his secondary stuff, but it was good enough. Yeah, I like him, man. He's and then we saw, I think he's a sophomore, Schneider, who was pretty darn good. That was watching guys down in the bullpen. I was like, there's another lefty down there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many guys? And they all look like, you know, fairly decent dudes. So we'll have to see. I would love to go see them and play Buchanan again and see that matchup. And we get Memorial next week, so I know they've got some arms and you know, pretty good lineup in that ball club too. So just interesting to see. But what I noticed with Bullard that was just the approach. I think they had 10, 11 balls where everything was in the middle of the diamond. And I want to say like 5 or 6 of them were for hits and 3 or 4 for extra base hits. And like, we preach that. You know, we do the best we can to get our guys to buy into that approach. And they saw how successful it is Tuesday. You know, you being a hitting guy, because I see a lot of hitting coaches, I see a lot of gurus or whatever you want to call it. It's all swing, right? We work everything swing, and we're just cookie cuttering swings. And, you know, I've had this conversation with you, with Labby, with a bunch of people. And the focus, I just don't see, because maybe they're not posting these conversations, but the focus on approach. And I don't know what that means to you. We have never really broken into like the approach that you preach to players. But that approach of middle of the diamond, you know, what you're looking for as far as count goes. I wanted you to break it down as far as what you've always worked with guys and talking about approach.
Well, the first thing I like to tell people is anybody can pull a baseball. Anybody. I don't care who you are. If you've never even swung a bat, you could probably get in there and pull a baseball and hit it pretty decent. But being able to hit the ball the other way with authority is something that's, I think, overlooked or not taught this day and age. But like talking,
is it because it's not praised? Like, it's not.
No, because everybody's about launch angle and home runs and, you know, everything. That's all like pull side type stuff. But people don't understand is I was a power hitter, and I'm probably one of the best power hitters to ever come out of this section. And I'm not just saying that. It's a fact. You could talk to people I played with, but I never took the approach of trying to hit home runs. I've always taken the approach of, I want to put the ball hard in play. I want to hit it hard wherever it's pitched. And I talked to some guys, sometimes I'd go 1 for 4 or 2 for 4 or 3 for 4. And I might've seen 5 pitches the whole game. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, the first pitch is probably going to be the best one I see. And I don't want to get to the secondary. If I could take the secondary away and I could get on the fastball, then I'm going to be good. You know, that's where I try to, when we go to approach, is I like guys to think, you know, middle away, because when we're working our hands middle away and we're thinking that way, we're keeping the barrel inside the ball. Because I have to keep the barrel inside ball to hit the ball the other way through the shortstop or through the second baseman if you're a righty. So if my hands are staying that way and keeping the barrel inside, my hands are good enough to keep the barrel inside on the inside pitch. But if I'm thinking of keeping the ball on the inside pitch, I'm either going to try to get long when I'm thinking outside, or I'm going to try to jam myself. Rather than, people need to understand, is a consistent swing is the same plane every single time. And when I break this down, is my hands are going to the zone the same way every single time. And then they're just reacting to location. Because you wonder if those big league hitters that are hitting, you know, sliders away that at 90 miles an hour or 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's because their hands are going to the same spot. And then they're just adjusting to location or the pitch. And that's what people don't understand is that's why I like to keep the barrel inside the ball and work the ball the other way. Because if I keep my barrel inside the ball on an away pitch, I can definitely keep it inside the ball on a middle pitch and a middle in pitch. And when I like going here and I go, okay, away, middle, in with my hands. I know it's hard because I'm on the table here, but I like to do my hand path with a bat and show them where I'm connecting with the baseball. And it's the same swing. So if you have the same swing every time, which is consistency, which is what we talk about the difference between a freshman player, a JV, a varsity, college, junior, D1, D2, NAI, minor league, big leaguers. The big leaguers are the most consistent with their swings. That's why they're there. So as an approach, I've always preached, and you know this, I love, you got to think middle away. Where do pitchers pitch us nowadays? Especially, it's above 80% away.
Yeah, that was my next point.
It's above 80%.
I think Batesel brought it up like 80-20, right?
Yeah, and it's like, so with Batesel, what number are you going to take? Are you going to take the 20%?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 80%.
Or are you going to take the 80%?
Right.
I'm going to take the 80%.
Right.
And I think as at lower level you go, I think it's higher out there. That's at Division I college level is 80-20. Yeah. So high school, I guarantee you it's 90 or above.
And again, if you're,
but everybody wants to pull the ball.
Right. But if you're a dude, what's the average velo in high school? You think 80,
84, 85, maybe average.
That I don't mean
that might be high.
I think lower.
Might be 82.
Yeah. Average is probably lower.
Yeah.
If you're a dude, should 81, 82 beat you in?
No, never.
If you're a dude, right? If you call yourself a dude, it shouldn't beat you in.
No. But see, a lot of guys, when you think, okay, hit the ball the other way like that, they want to go out with their hands and get the ball in the way. You don't go out. You still drive the back elbow into your hip and you keep your barrel on plane and keep it inside the baseball.
And you said something else too. And I've kind of changed my approach or stance on it maybe the last couple of years with our guys. I don't care so much about like pitch count anymore. I just don't care. I don't care about working pitch count because some dudes are just going to go 7 innings.
Yep.
And, or some coaches are just, this guy's got to get us to the 4th or 5th and we're banging it. We're making a change.
Yeah.
So I don't care about pitch count. Get to 2 strikes and work hard and see, foul off, fight. You get a good 7-8 pitch at bat for an out. I'll give you your knuckles on that.
Yeah.
But if you had 4 ABs and you saw 5-6 pitches, like that's what I'm like, get in there and go. Get in the box thinking swing now.
Yeah.
Why do I want to fall? Why do I want to get into a bad count right away?
You don't want to get in a bad count, but
because I see guys making 0-0 takes that look like they were taking no matter what. Like it was a 3-0 take.
But with the way I took my approach, which everybody's different. So I don't have one approach for everybody. When like at Fresno City, I have the charts and we're going through the charts and what we're doing. But the facts are the facts and the stats are the stats. They're thrown away. So our mindset needs to be to drive the ball that way and react in. But if you see 4 pitches and 4 at bats and you have 4 lazy ground balls or a inside out swing or a jam job, you're just telling me that you're not ready for that. Because I've even gotten to the point where it's like, hey, 0-0, 1-0, 2-0, we need to take fucking daddy hacks. Like, I don't care if you swing and miss. We need to take daddy hacks. There's no way in hitters counts that we should be jamming ourselves. We should be check swinging balls in play.
Right, but when you say daddy hack, it's not an uncontrolled.
No, it's not uncontrolled.
Off.
But I want your max effort, and I want you to try to hit this ball as hard as you can.
Like I
not out of the park. I want you to take a aggressive swing and hit this ball through somebody.
Right. That's a daddy hack. Yeah, I've been having to like repeat over and over. Like, you guys need to see the ball hit the barrel. Like your eyes need to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You need to see contact. And it's like pulling teeth lately,
It's all over though. A lot of these kids have so many different voices coming at them that it's sometimes difficult to even be a hitting coach at the school they're at, because they have all these other this, and this, which when I got to City, I'd said, look, I know guys have guys that they work with and whatever, but if you like doing something, come to me. I am willing to do your routine, what you like to do, and then we'll go from there. If I think something's, let's tweak something here, let's do something here, but you have to be willing as a hitter to take advice from a lot of people, because there's a lot of different things. And it's really hard nowadays to just get one kind of swing and groove and just stick with it.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, I would just want guys to grasp the idea of being a complete hitter, like you said.
Yes.
Like, understand what the approach is. Understand
what they're trying to do.
Know your count. What are you, have an idea of what you're looking for.
People don't understand how much an aggressive take can twist the at bat. That's why I love when you get into certain plan situations, like just say you're on a fastball. Hey, we're just gonna look fastball, and he throws a nasty curveball, but I'm not swinging at a curveball. I'm not on that approach. And you take a nasty curveball, the pitcher, first of all, is going to be like, what that was my best curveball. And he acted like he knew it was coming.
He saw it out of my
hand.
hand.
Then you got the pitching coach or whoever's calling the pitch is like, fuck. He saw that good. I mean, that was nasty and he saw it good. Here's a fastball. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think that way of setting yourself up for success, because this guy's trying to get me out. How is he trying to get me out? How is my take affecting the at bat? How is my swing affecting the at bat?
How's he getting the other guys out?
Yeah, that's what
how is he getting the guy in front of me out?
In front of me, behind me.
If I'm a 7 hitter, how do you get the 2 hitter out?
Yeah, how many first pitch curveballs did he throw this inning or so far in the game?
Because they attack, you attack your 3 hitter different than you attack your 9 hitter. You know what I mean? Pay attention.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I just, I feel like, it's so hard, but yet so simple. It really is. Like, hitting is so difficult, but I feel like kids are making it harder on themselves rather than simplifying even just the approach like we're talking about.
Yeah. And I just wanted to kudos to Bullard. Like, those guys you can just tell it's been preached, it's bought in.
Yeah.
That's what they look to do. They look to drive the ball.
Well, I think, and you said this the other day or yesterday, that it really shows you that a coach is a difference maker.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Regardless of the situation over there and what happened.
I mean, just you coaching again, you can see a difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the size of the players.
Yeah.
Right. They just looked more physical. They don't miss weight room. Like, it shows. It just shows attention to detail, and it just shows.
Yeah.
That's all. Regardless of people's opinion on what happened, how it happened, who got hired, who's there, I'm just telling you, like, it's a noticeable difference.
Yeah.
That's all. Moving on to the South Valley. I just wanted to update kind of the Southwest Yosemite League. Liberty's out front there, 7-1. Centennial and Stockdale are sitting at 5-2, but Centennial took 2 from Stockdale. So we'll see how that goes. FPU's 18-18 overall and 12-12 in conference. And they finished the regular season this weekend with Concordia. I think they play actually 2 today at home. So this will be out after their home finale. And then 2 on the road this weekend. And then Fresno State baseball, 16-19 overall, 13-12 in conference. At home this weekend, hosting Nevada. And I'm going. You're working on going?
I'm working on going.
Saturday night, we'll be there at the 5:05 game. Tuesday, they host USC. And then next weekend will be their homestand finale against UNLV. So be looking out for the Dogs. And then just into some MLB stuff, our 0.0 update, which is not as bad as I thought it'd be. I haven't even looked in a couple weeks, but Baltimore is 16-21, 5.5 back in the East, and 4.5 back of the wild card. There's actually teams with a worse record. So again, there's still a chance.
Yep.
The Yankees have kind of climbed their way back. I think they're in the second place in the East. And then some interesting stuff happened. I mean, obviously, the big news was the Albert Pujols being DFA'd and how that went down. I've yet to see a confirmed report. I've heard that, there was disputes and he was pissed and blew up on Madden because as of the morning, he was in the lineup. And by the afternoon, he was out, scratched from the lineup. But I wanted to get your opinion on how that was handled and how you feel about, a no doubt first ballot, 100% vote Hall of Famer.
Well, he shouldn't be 100%, but he should.
He won't be, is what are you saying?
He shouldn't be, but he should.
What do you mean? Explain. Elaborate.
So there's so many 100% Hall of Famers.
He shouldn't be. That weren't.
Gotcha. That he shouldn't be. So Mariano Rivera fucked it up for everybody. Whoever voted for him, they fucked it up. So anyways, that was the first I heard that him and Joe Madden.
Yeah, I guess there was the problem is, and what I continued to read is that he wanted to continue to be an everyday player.
No.
And they felt otherwise. Walsh has been tearing it up. And
Shohei DHs when he doesn't pitch.
So
which he's tearing it up.
As a business move, I understand it. I don't love it because I've always liked Albert Pujols, and he was in his prime the best player in the game, or at least best hitter in the game. I would love to see, and I've heard people bring up the St. Louis, pick him up for a day or whatever. Yeah, I've read that on,
go to a contender.
But there's opportunities where they brought up the Royals. There's some other teams that, I don't know.
Royals.
Yeah, I've heard the Royals. Obviously, I heard the Cardinals. I don't know.
I don't like it. I feel like they could have came to a better agreement.
Well, so and then
is this his last year?
So he never committed to that.
No, he didn't.
And that's what they were saying. Like, if he would have come out and said in spring training, this is it. This is my farewell. Goodbye.
They'd probably give him one start a series.
Go out on my terms. He didn't confirm that. I guess his wife had tweeted something regarding this being like that. And what she had come out and said later is that she meant this is the final year of his contract with the Angels. But they're saying if he would have come out and said that this is the end of his career, that it would have been a different scenario. Who knows if that's true or not? It doesn't change the fact that he's not or wouldn't have been an everyday player.
Yeah.
So I don't love it, but I understand it. And I wish him the best. I mean, again, we were lucky to have seen him play.
It sucks that just that type of player gets DFA'd.
Right. No press conference, no again, he's not over. To him, he's not. He's got more in the tank.
I know. It just like you're taking a Hall of Famer and, designated him for assignment. Just kind of Bush a little bit. I don't know. And then, we don't know the story.
No, we don't know the full story. I mean, that's kind of just some of the stuff I've read. You had another incident, or maybe not. You brought this up. I didn't even see this until like a day ago. Jeff McNeil and Francisco Lindor with the Mets. And apparently something happened in the tunnel of the dugout. You were under the impression that they had a little heated moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the video finally, and it looked like Conforto saw something happening, ran to the dugout towards the tunnel. Some other players went to the tunnel. But I noticed he wasn't there very long, kind of turned around and walked back into the dugout as if just kind of whatever. The story came out that they were debating each other on whether they saw a rat or a raccoon.
Which Jeff McNeil said, I thought of it more as a possum.
Do you buy?
So which one is it?
And again, I don't know if any more has even come out on this.
I mean, we can all tell the difference between
a rat, a possum,
and a raccoon.
Or a raccoon. One of all three. I don't know.
and you're in a big league ballpark.
But was there beef? Did something happen before that? And that's what I should have looked up.
It was. I was watching the highlights when they were showing it, and there was like a play up the middle that McNeil took and like didn't make the play. But that could also be the way they filmed it and like made it look like there could have been something.
Cut it together to.
Yeah, it could have been that. I don't know, because Roja, the manager after the game, pretty much was like, I don't know anything about some rat or raccoon or whatever.
Hadn't heard that story.
Yeah, so it's just like,
and that's where you questioned the legitimacy.
Yeah, and when you watch them talk about it, like Francisco Lindor is just like all happy and like talking about it. Yeah, yeah. And Jeff McNeil kind of, the way he's talking about it is kind of like, I got to stick to the script type.
I mean, you could be right.
You know, that's,
because something like that's not getting out of the locker room. You're not,
because then Francisco comes back in and puts his arm around him and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, fucking happy.
He said it was the raccoon thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. If maybe there was more to that story, but
hey, players fight.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're still teammates and you get over it and you play. They're going to be up the middle of the whole season.
Part of becoming a team sometimes.
Yeah. It's something, it brings the team closer together. Now it happened, during the game or whatever, but just if I don't know, I just feel like they're trying to just sweep it over the rug with some stupid story that's making it worse when they could easily been like, yeah, we had a disagreement and, things got heated a little bit but we're good. We're good now and squashed it and we're ready to go. I mean, how easy would that have been? Nobody would even be talking about it right now.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But I mean, he saw Batman, the other guy saw Superman. So
we don't know the difference. You had another situation. We've been blasting the umpires at every level lately. And you had a moment with
every level.
Alec Bregman not getting tossed, right? I never see him get tossed. I don't think he did. But he got rung up on a ball that just didn't even look. Yeah, I mean, that's down. And he let the umpire have it. And honestly,
that's fucking terrible. That's so bad.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
And we'll have the audio.
Good at getting the bat to it.
Alex not happy at all with Jeremy Rehack on that 3-2 pitch.
It's not a strike.
No.
Not a strike 3 for sure.
I think it's funny that the catchers do this, like catch and pick the ball up. It's so ugly looking. Like just catch the ball where it's.
I mean, it worked. He got a strike call out of it.
I guess if that's what made it get a strike call.
I did want to say good for the umpire though.
For not throwing him out.
For not running it. Because maybe he knew he missed it.
Maybe.
It's the first.
That's an umpire putting his ego aside. Because I'll tell you what. At this junior college level, these motherfuckers got egos, bro. I mean, it's bad in high school baseball.
Yeah.
But it's pretty bad in junior college. Like we started off a game last Friday where, we throw the first pitch. And if it's a strike, everybody just goes crazy, right? So like the whole team had their backs turned to the field. And then like one guy was looking in and if it was a strike, like one guy was like, yes. And then everybody just went crazy, went fucking bonkers the first inning. And I mean, like, it was the loudest. It was on Saturday. So it was after the Friday game. It was on Saturday. And we all know how hard it is to get up for Saturday day games after a night game, right? It's freaking difficult. And I mean, they were just going crazy. And the freaking umpire is after the inning, we're just going crazy because we went 1, 2, 3. He's like, you guys need to stay to yourself. No talking to the other team. And I was like, I was standing there the whole time with where the whole team was and all the other coaches were right here. And I'm like, Coach Scott, dude, they didn't say one thing to the other team. Not one thing. And we already got warned, a bench warning.
In the first?
And then Coach Scott got warned for it in the first inning.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's like, first of all, who cares if the teams are talking shit to each other? Who cares if it's mutual? Really? Like, who cares? Like, do we really care? I mean, yes, we understand sportsmanship, right? We understand that. But these are kids. They're going to say stupid stuff. They're going to freaking, I mean, and it's not like they're, calling the kid a, bad word. They're just talking crap. They're just like, ball for like,
It's something. They're yeah.
Buy you.
Right.
Well, I mean, if I swing and miss, they say buy you, and it hurts my feelings. If that really hurts my feelings, then I shouldn't be playing baseball. Umpires just need to stay in their lane. And that's the other thing. Umpires can say whatever they want at you. They can say whatever they want, and you can't do anything. And then once you freaking say something, if their ego goes, you go. And then you have to sit a game. Like we had a kid that got kicked out of the game on, what was it, on Tuesday? Yeah, on Tuesday for just saying it was awful. Got rung up on a pitch away. That was a ball. And said something about the pitch being a ball. And then he was walking away and he turned. He's like, that's awful. And he was like, you're out of here. That's awful. Well, you know what's awful is you taking that like a fucking bitch.
And throwing him out makes it worse. I mean, I don't like our guy. I mean, our kids are in high school, though. It's kind of different, I guess.
We got men, supposedly,
we don't
18 to 20 some year olds. They should say whatever the hell they want to say. Who cares? Fuck it.
I'm a little gray on that. I mean, I'm in the middle.
I mean, who cares? I mean, what are they really saying that's bad though? Like,
I mean, that's awful. That's a pretty common term on a baseball field.
No, I mean,
towards umpires, from the crowd, from players, from coaches. I mean, if anybody says they've never said that, you're lying.
Old Honey almost got.
I'm sure Old Honey has gotten
the other day too.
I'm sure.
Same game, that same umpire. Honey said something. Honey's my grandpa. This week, everybody calls him Honey. He said something. They turned it wrong. One more, and you're out here. And Coach Scott's like, "That was you got it." Like, you can't tell my voice, but his voice. It was ridiculous. These umpires are on one.
Anyway,
the best umpires are seen, not heard.
Yeah. No, and that was good on the umpire to not run Bregman there. You also had, just because you talked about how much you love it, sucks last time, you had Gleyber Torres score on a single from first base.
Yeah.
And it was the shift or whatever. And I mean, I think it was a backhand. They had Correa and Altuve on this side, and
Bregman was covering
playing,
second.
Yeah, he was playing the shortstop side, and nobody was covering third.
Yeah.
Maldonado went down there, was late. Is that what it's become? I think Jeff Fry had tweeted something about it being Little League. And he just keeps on running.
No throws even.
Well, and look at Correa's like go get the baseball.
I mean, he went and got it.
That's a tough play.
No, that's a tough play. But there's no throws. He literally ran from second to home, and the ball was 2 feet off the infield dirt. And he ran from second to home with no throw.
Yeah, it's I just thought you'd like that one.
It's awful.
And then last news that I saw,
Big league baseball.
And yeah, well, that's the problem, is it is big league baseball. The Oakland A's, it's been reported, maybe looking for a new home.
Fresno Grizzly Stadium.
It just won't happen.
No, it won't.
But
we're only a single A ballpark.
If they don't pass this waterfront stadium idea or project or proposal, MLB is giving them the okay to look for a new ballpark, a new place to go play. I've heard Sacramento. I've seen San Jose. I've seen Nashville. I've seen Phoenix. Somebody said Vancouver.
Why would then you're changing the whole
division?
Yeah.
Vegas.
They should tell them that they have to stay on the West.
Yeah. Vegas was another
I heard
spot.
Vancouver. Did you say Vancouver?
I heard that too. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there, but I just thought that was interesting. I love them in Oakland, and it's, the stadium needs help.
The stadium needs help.
Or they need a new facility. They do.
Yeah.
This needs to happen.
Yeah.
And it needs to stay in Oakland, I think.
I do too.
I hope it does. We'll keep our eyes on that. We also want to shout out the Bulldogs softball program. Currently 34-9, 18-3 in conference. come off a weekend of winning the Mountain West Championship. Congrats to them. That's huge. They're down in San Diego playing San Diego State this weekend to finish the regular season. There is the, I think, selection show for the postseason Sunday night. So we'll know where they're going to land going forward. Congratulations to Keahi Matson, was the first player in Mountain West history to win Player of the Year and co-freshman of the year. So congrats to her. And then also Haley Dulcini on being named pitcher of the year in the Mountain West. They've had to battle a little bit, and they've had some, Coach Garza that took a leave of absence, and they didn't really skip a beat. I mean, it's been about a month, and they continued, I think, won 8 in a row after that. And just congratulations to them. It's big for the Dogs. We wanted to make sure we highlighted that and give them their due, and hopefully more success going forward.
And also, since we're on softball, Courtney Deifel at Arkansas was SEC Coach of the Year and Arkansas's first SEC championship in school history.
And I saw they're on the list to bid as a host site for the playoffs.
They got the 2 seed. They're actually going to play today, Thursday, against Tennessee. So they're in the SEC tournament right now, actually. So good luck to her, and congratulations. Is well deserved what she's done to that program since she's been there.
Yeah, and then also, again, Fresno State women's program, and Jody Cox has stepped in as the interim and really, guided them down the stretch here the last month. And so congrats to her and the coaching staff there and all those players. That's got to be tough. I've never had to deal with the transition, something like that during a season. So especially
it might have brought them closer too. Maybe.
For sure. And obviously
we'll find out.
It reflects, the leadership of that team. And that's always a big must if you're going to have success in a season is awesome leadership. We just wanted to make sure we pointed out and congratulated them on a Mountain West title. And again, they're not in the top 25 in some polls at 34-9.
Yeah,
they're crazy. Right there flirting with a handful of them. If they can go, pick up a couple wins this weekend, maybe. They did get some votes to be in the top 25, so we'll see. But again, we love it when our local teams do well. And we wanted to shout out Fresno State Bulldogs softball, and good luck going forward to them. And again, I'll be at the Dogs this weekend. Go check out for tickets. I believe you can go check out gobulldogs.com, get the details on that. And that's the Hit or Die podcast.
Hit or Die.